You ever wonder why some performers get better every single show, while others just repeat the same mistakes forever? The secret is not talent, it is a tiny habit they do right after the curtain drops, called a rapid debrief. Picture a magician finishing a birthday party gig. Sweaty, tired, ready to eat a taco the size of his head. Instead of collapsing into his car seat, he pulls out his phone and talks for 10 minutes. Just 10, like a tiny confession booth on wheels. Here is the wild part. Memory is basically a melting ice cube. Studies on forgetting show you lose over half of new details within 1 hour if you do not write them down. So waiting until tomorrow is basically asking your brain to remember a dream. So the 10-minute debrief happens the second the gig ends, while the sweat is still fresh and the crowd's laughter is still ringing in your ears like a cartoon anvil just missed your head. No fancy notebook required, just voice notes or a simple 3-question form sitting in your phone. Question 1 is always the same. What worked? Maybe the juggling opener landed because the MC hyped it up, maybe the confetti cannon made 3 kids cry. Both are gold. Question 2. What almost broke? Think sound system hiccups, a wobbly table, a heckler named Gary who would not stop yelling about his fantasy football team. Question 3. What would you change next time? This is not about beating yourself up. It is more like a coach reviewing game tape, calm and curious, not dramatic like a soap opera reveal. Here's where it gets interesting. One debrief means nothing, but 30 of them stacked together become a cheat code. It is the same idea as compound interest, except instead of dollars you are stacking wisdom, and nobody can tax wisdom. Yet. Vendors who skip this step often blame bad luck for repeat problems, like a food truck owner blaming rain for the 3rd week in a row when really his tent kept collapsing the same way every time. A pattern only becomes visible once you write it down enough times to see it staring back at you. Let us talk about the boring but powerful part, structure. A messy debrief that rambles for 20 minutes is worse than no debrief because nobody rereads a novel after a stressful gig. That is why smart performers use a tight format, 3 prompts, 10 minutes, done like a fast food drive-thru for self-improvement. Speed keeps it honest because overthinking sneaks in the longer you sit there. There's a psychological trick hiding here too, something researchers call immediate reflection, where feedback captured close to the event is way more accurate than feedback captured days later. Basically, your brain is a gossiping narrator that starts adding fake plot twists the longer you wait. Community matters as well. Some vendor groups share debrief notes with each other like traveling merchants swapping maps of dangerous roads. One caterer's disaster with a broken generator becomes a warning label for 20 other caterers who never had to learn it the hard way. Doubt shows up naturally here too. Some performers feel silly talking to their phone in a parking lot like a detective narrating a crime scene. But confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is just doing the habit anyway until the results speak louder than the awkwardness. So next time you wrap up a gig, before you even start the car, give yourself 10 honest minutes because future you is quietly taking notes on whether present you bothered to show up for the debrief. Want to learn more about how event vendors are leveling up like this? Check out our links in the description.